Following show may shock, disturb, and offend some viewers. The opinions, theories, and facts shared on this podcast are not widely accepted by the brainwashed masses, especially those who find dark humor offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Jeffrey Dahmer soaked in blood. The Unabomber blowing up. Waco, Texas, and Heaven's Gates. Aliens modified, meant for apes. JFK shot in the head by the CIA. Bigfoot and the Mothman. Son of Sam talking to dogs again. Witches, ghosts, and goblins. Mysterious noise and hauntings. Dark arts in the skull and bones. Most celebrities are probably cloned. So if you're feeling all alone, crack a beer and get stoned. I welcome you to the podcast Strange Brew. We're here to entertain you. We're here to entertain you.
It's about to get strange.
Welcome back, all you filthy goyim, to Strange Brew Podcast. I am Tomcat, aka Tom Thompson, the Raptilian. You can find my music on all music platforms. And we'll start with my co-host, Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo
I see you got a haircut, man.
I did. I got rid of the shags. They're gone.
You don't like the Squire haircut?
I actually really did, but professionalized for work, it wasn't working for me anymore. I had to.
Yeah, you look like you were from the 1870s
bit,
and you were going to get whipped by a king for
it was really
not
bad.
acting appropriately. And we have a very special guest on this episode. And as you heard from the intro, I've always joked that we're going to cover everything that I wrote about in the intro. And we are here talking. We're going to talk about cloning, but I want you to introduce yourself, sir.
Yeah, I go by Catalyst Jones, host of the White Rabbit podcast. You can find me everywhere, man. My Instagram is shadow banned like a motherfucker right now. It's crazy because I got like over 20,000 followers, and I'm lucky if 50 people see my stories nowadays. So I'm trying to push the fucking X account and the TikTok, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do.
I get it. We've been banned. I've been banned off TikTok 30 times, and I got up to like 50,000 on TikTok at one time, and then 27 for the show. I don't know how long this tinfoil hat's gonna last. And then it's just like banned, and I get to like 5,000 banned, 1,000 banned. Billy's seen it happen. He's like, "Oh, you got a new account." Follows it. Gone.
I kept getting constant videos shared with me that I don't know who this is anymore, and now it's got all these numbers. I kept thinking it was spam accounts.
I think 50K is their arousing number, because that was the first time I got nuked too. It was 50K, and I was like, "Oh shit, that was fast! Like this was way easier than Instagram." And then they were like, "Okay, this guy," and it's like Sam calls us like the graveyard conspiracy theorists, because they fucking remember us from back in the day, and they're like, even though all these other people are saying the exact same fucking things that you're saying now, just new faces, we'll let them blow the fuck up, but we're gonna make sure we punish you for the rest of your fucking life because you tried to pave the way.
To be fair,
it sure seems like it, because
there's a little bit just with what Tom does, and I don't know if you do it as well, but I can hear it just
I
from
talk
how
about
you
racial
talk.
issues, and I'm pro-white.
It's not so much that, but it's just the throwing the word fuck in too frequently. Like they pick up on swear words quite regularly as well, and I know that's what screws Tom over quite regularly. But
at the beginning, I don't say fuck anymore though.
Yes, you do.
What's funny is for season 5 of White Rabbit, I tried to limit myself to 3 F-bombs per episode. And I pretty much did it. I nailed it. And then for some reason, when season 6 hit, it was like all bets are off. Let's see how many I can get in one sentence.
The fans that have been around for a long time will know that, like the beginning of the show, when we were like drinking pretty heavily, it was just every other word. We'd have people like be like, "Okay, like I swear like a sailor, but these guys are ridiculous." And that's what happens when you like put alcohol into the mix. But yeah,
bro, I'm 9 months sober. I have no excuse.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good for you. Actually, for you, 9 months sober. That's awesome. That's amazing.
I did 40
alcohol
days. That
or
was tough.
Sorry if I'm prying. Just alcohol or other shit?
I've never had a problem with anything other than alcohol, and it got to the point where it was. Yeah, it got to the point where I was like attempting to quit by myself, like trying everything, like hypnotism, psychedelics, like anything but going to AA. And then I actually found like a really cool group, and I go every single night. And I have in my adult life never been able to go 9 months. And I used
That's
to joke.
amazing.
I used to say I've like never been a free man, like, but even when I was incarcerated, I found ways to get fucked up. So
that can happen.
Fair enough. That's a different
and the
topic.
thing is, I've done that too. Where I did 40 days, and that seemed tough. I've always kept it at bay, but we used to drink pretty heavily on the show every Friday, and then it would be more often. So it is a dangerous dragon to chase, because it's one that's readily available like everywhere. But yeah, everyone go check out White Rabbit. Catalyst Jones, as he goes by, is wearing his Goyim Lives Matter shirt, which is hilarious. And one thing I thought we were similar on, interestingly enough, I wanted to bring it up just because I thought it was funny, is you got down the rabbit hole of the Europa Last Battle like I did. I watched a little more than half of it. And it's funny because I started going down the same road you were. And then I kind of tailed it back a bit of being like, I've always thought, I did actually watch alongs of it on Patreon. And the whole time I'm always like, I don't know if this is accurate. I'm just watching it to be an observer objectively, to look at this. And then I was like, I got tons of people to fact check it. And what I found is like 70% accurate, but there's people that go too far that way. But it's questioning history. Once you go down that road, I heard you also similarly went down that road.
Right. It is. It's easy to get sucked in because you know that they're lying about history. So it's a lot easier to accept an alternative version that actually adds up. But that's how great manipulation tools and psyops work, is they're going to give you a shit ton of truth, and they're going to gatekeep or take it. They're going to gatekeep the important shit, or they're going to take it way too far. And with this, they gatekeeped a lot of the important shit about who was funding Hitler, what happened after the war. Like, his whole plan and everything worked perfectly. Like, they brought up Germany. They showed what could happen if fucking people were to actually rise up and do it the right way. But at the end of the day, when everything was said and done, Israel actually had its own land.
Yeah, and I've said that since the beginning. Billy's heard me say this numerous times. Without Adolf, there is no Israel, right? So, like, without the Balfour Declaration, all these things, without these things being set in place, there is no Israel. Because originally they were going to send them to Madagascar, and then the French and British own that, and they're like, fuck no. So, like,
we don't want you.
It is interesting, right? But people should question history, but I know 3 different people that have fact checked it, and they're like, there is accuracies in it. It's not all accurate, but there is definitely history within it that is accurate. But that's what you said on when you were on Tinfoil Hat, and I agreed with your statements about, like, these are all, it's a propaganda on another side. There's probably a reason it's been banned as much as it has, but you got to kind of find the middle ground of all of these conspiracies and truth movements and whatever it may be, right?
Right, because at the end of the day, at the top of all of these organizations, behind the closed doors, these people all worship the same fucking God, whether they call themselves a Jew, a Catholic, or whatever the fuck it is. Now, just happens to be the Talmud and the shit that these people believe. I believe the bloodline that these people come from is definitely the fucking synagogue of Satan. And at the end of the day, they're all Saturn worshipers. And they just
100%, yeah.
Yeah, and they just think that they're the chosen people of the Saturn worshipers. But they have a sad thing coming to them as well, too, because if all goes the way that they want, like, and we're down to 500,000 people, like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more than 500,000 Jews. So they're actually going to be the Goyim and the slaves.
Well, their population is growing, actually, as ours is declining.
How many Jews are there?
If they want, they want their 27,000 slaves each or whatever. Like, and this is them saying this stuff, and it's crazy. But I heard they're getting rocked by Iran. Like, they're trying to hide it, and all of their shit is starting to slip away because you push so hard. And I even think with the Epstein stuff, it's probably some sort of psyop also, and they obviously flood the zone with so much information, right?
But is that a psyop in itself as well?
Yeah.
Like, because do we know anybody in Israel that's actually been affected by this? Because I'm starting to wonder if any of this is because I've only seen this through a fucking screen. And
Yeah, I agree.
and I haven't talked to anybody. Like I talked to William Asfor, right? He comes on, he's been on Ungoverned Outlaws with me and Anthony and Connie, and he's also been on White Rabbit twice. And now what's happening in Gaza is very fucking real because he lost damn near his entire family to the genocide happening over there. That's 1,000% real. But I don't know if Israel is actually getting fucking bombed right now. And all of this shit is just some sort of staged bullshit to get us hyped up or what. I don't know what the purpose is.
It is interesting. Yeah. Who I don't really know, like, because I'm not over there, right? But if that video was real of Iran burning the ball statue, and that's why people like, I have like family that's like fucking Zio Christians, and I'm like, you guys are insane. You know, you guys got to get out of that hole that you're in or whatever. But also there's people that are on both sides that don't really have a clue what's going on. But Iran does stand for Aryan. So like, that's where the name Iran comes from. And if they, the thing is, it's interesting because they've supposedly stockpiled the military for like they have tons of nuclear, like they're actually working on building maybe a nuke now, but they don't have any because that's what Benjamin Netanyahu was always like, we got it because they're going to build a nuke and they just supposedly haven't done it yet, but they supposedly been stockpiling weapons. And I heard people talking that some of them know some in the military, and like the U.S. military is almost depleted. Like when it comes to like some of their like firepower that they have.
Seriously?
Yeah. But this is how do you know it's real though? Either.
Can I ask a question though? So.
Yes, Billy. Silent Billy being. Let's see if his internet kicks in.
Israel's being bombed right now as well?
Yes. We only heard is Israel being bombed, but yes, there is supposedly footage of them getting bombed, supposedly.
Okay, I only ever saw the Iran part, so I'm not 100%.
Oh man, I'm trying to find this video of Gypsy Crusader, and he's trying to like mock these people. Oh, did I find it?
Do you like Gypsy? What's your thoughts on Gypsy?
Look, I thought he was cool at first, and he was on a buddy of mine's show way back in the day, like a couple years ago, and I thought he was kind of pushing like the boundaries back then, and that was before I saw Europa the Last Battle. Then I saw Europa the Last Battle. Then I was on a live on X with him, and he was like, he just took it too far, and I couldn't be a part of it. And I ended up leaving like within 15 minutes of being on that panel, just because like I couldn't be a part of what was being said.
Yeah, 100%. I think and that's why I've listened to it a couple times on Jake Shields' show. And there's things like, yeah, he's like seems like not a terrible guy when he's on there, but even Jake has admitted that he's like, yeah, he goes really extreme with it sometimes. And he's like, I get along with him, but like, I also don't view the world the same way as he does, right?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, man, like I agree with a lot of the things that he says and where he's coming from, but like Black people are going to be our allies. Like we need them.
Yeah,
we need Mexicans as well, you know? And so like completely, it's like, what did Michael Jordan used to say? He used to say that Republicans buy shoes too. And, you know, when all is said and done, it is classism, and it's going to be lower class versus these fucking parasitic elites.
100%. I agree. Yeah. And it's us against them. And I've always made that statement too, as much as like I'm pro, hopefully, like I want to keep my country, the country I grew up in. I don't know if that'll ever happen. Right. But I speak openly against the mass immigration. Canada's being fucked by it, right? So America will probably get there at some point, but we're getting totaled over here by Indians. We're turning into little India, and it's
way
terrible.
Too much.
And it's way too much, and it's culturally changing our country. But it doesn't mean that I like don't think that they deserve a home or they should, you know, just disappear. Like, and a lot of people advocate for the genocide of white people all the time. That's like I stand against a lot. But the thing is, like at the end of the day, they're gonna come after all of us. They're trying to come after Japan next and stuff like that. So it's people need to stop sitting on like look at things objectively. Don't like go right wing, left wing. Like it's all in. I think Catalyst and Billy, you guys would agree that it's like it's set up in a structure like a class system, and people
100%.
are still fighting over like left and right politics is stupid.
Absolutely.
I found the video that I was looking for. Do you mind if I share screen?
Yeah. Do it. Sure. Then we'll get to cloning. It's just this stuff's hot right now, and there's like there's so much crazy shit going on in the world. It's like you don't even need to like. Usually we do structured episodes with like topics, but so much crazy stuff going on.
Watch the reaction of these people.
Let me show you. It's great. It's great.
Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Whoa!
This is not Israel, buddy. This is
No,
AI.
this is. Oh yeah, I know. You guys have been saying all that, but it is Israel.
No.
It is.
I know.
All right, do you
Look.
really want to ride this bus? Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
there's so many of them online. I mean, I could literally go through them all. I don't have to sit here and pretend.
Yeah.
But if
Jerk on them.
if you want to do that, I mean, that's fine.
Much money they make for them.
Here you go.
About more. Okay.
And don't say it's Gaza because that's
Gaza look.
not Gaza.
This is not Israel. This is not Israel. Look at the plates.
That
Look
is
at the plates on
Israel.
the cars. This is not Israel. You fucking dumb. Look at the first
Why are you
the
lying? Why are you lying?
Oh, we're not lying. We're not.
Why are you pretending like that? So, wait a second.
lying. No,
Wait,
we know
wait a
what-
She
second.
wants
going
it
on
to
out
be
here?
true
Wait,
so
wait, wait.
bad,
Trust me.
and I do
So all
too.
of that
But
is
I
a
don't.
lie, right?
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
So then, why is the U.S. military coming to help you guys?
Yeah, interesting. Weird.
Why?
They're helping us. We don't
That's what I'm saying.
need
How-
no help.
Why is our
We don't
naval
need no
ships
help.
out there? Why
We
are we
don't need
sending you
anything.
money?
You want to help us.
Why are
You
we
want to
doing
help
all this?
us.
It's been all over the news. There's press conference.
Weird. Yeah,
You're
that's
done.
here over there.
That's
fuck-
not what they're saying though. That's not the actual reason as to why they're quote unquote bombing Iran anyway. They're saying they're bombing Iran because Iran has nuclear weapons that could potentially harm the states, which is also
Benjamin Netanyahu's been
insane
saying
to
that
say.
since the
But
90s.
yeah. They're not after the fact of they're bombing Israel. That's why I was confused. I actually never heard of them bombing Israel yet. You guys are the first people to tell me that.
If you guys are watching or whatever on the live, just tell us if our mics are good. If there's people like seeing and you're like, if someone's too loud or too quiet, let us know. Well, because we're doing this live, everybody.
So my question though is, if this is all a charade and it's fake, why go through the theatrics of putting out AI versions of Benjamin Yahoo?
With
Get
the six
people
fingers, I was
excited.
like Nephilim. I was kidding. But it's just like, it's so weird because like people think he's dead. Why wouldn't he do a live press conference or anything like that? A lot of people are questioning that. Is he alive? Is he dead?
Yeah, I've seen a video for somebody selling prosthetic extra fingers so that you can wear it when you're doing videos, so it can't be used in a court of law because they'll say it's tampered with AI.
That's
I'm gonna
actually
do
so
that. I'm gonna
cool.
say the most racist shit. And I'm gonna have like a fucking sixth finger.
I want that so bad.
That is so funny. I'll just pretend I'm like a Nephilim or whatever. All right, let's get into cloning, everybody. There's so much crazy stuff. This will be fun. Sometime Catalyst just come on and we'll shoot the shit about all sorts of different subjects because this is already kind of fun. So we're getting into cloning. I'm just gonna play a clip. That's when your
Not
clone
him.
escapes Epstein Island.
That was brilliant.
It's so crazy too, because like, what do you think about the Jim Carrey thing? Because like, I know there's a lot of different theories, and like, oh, it was that guy in the mask, but then he took credit for it, but it seems like it's on purpose. And then it's like they didn't want to admit, like, it came out like it was actually him, and everyone. But and he always said that like he hated the system. And I think he went out in the woods and did some mushrooms or ayahuasca, and then he came back and he was like, "This is all fake. I'm not even a real guy." And then now he's a clone. He looks totally different.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, so there is a video, and I have it saved in my phone, and I'm wondering if I should pull it, like airdrop it to show you guys. But
I'm
I
curious.
can try to run down. And it's this chick, and she's talking about her friend who is dating a very well-known celebrity. And he's talking about how he is over 300 years old, and he's telling this chick this shit. And then it comes that he like is flirtatious and recently maybe in a fucking relationship with another A-list celebrity. And he like tells her, oh no, for sure, that's just for for PR, for public relations type thing, whatever. And man, I'm gonna airdrop this video, but here's what I think. In the person that she's talking about, though, everything that she's dropping makes it sound like it's Jim Carrey, and the girl he's talking about is Ariana Grande, and that he's been around forever. And so not only do these people, or if we can call them people, not only do these reptilian overlords fucking have been around forever, but yes, they do have lookalike stand-ins, doppelgangers, and yes, like what is behind both of you guys, clones. And
speaking of Hitler had like 6 body doubles, you know?
Yeah, like Hillary Clinton is photographed next to her body double, and there's like a good few inches between the two of them, and that's the only way that you would really be able to tell. This is such a fun fucking conspiracy because even though it has its dark parts to it, it's just like, it's like, damn, I was duped, but at least this one isn't gonna like haunt my dreams. It's more like,
yeah, 100%, dude. There's stuff like we did Pizzagate, and then we did Epstein in the Red Shoe Society recently with Jewel from Grey Pilled. And it's just like, it was so, and we did like 3 hours on each. And after the Pizzagate one, it's just like, we almost did 4 hours on Pizzagate. And I was like, I don't want pizza ever again. I can't.
It sucks because pizza's so good too,
I know.
And growing up, I wonder if they like psyop us to make us believe like it's one of the best foods ever. Because honestly, it's just handheld lasagna.
That's essentially, yeah, you are right. It's so good.
It's
but
so
Billy, you're lactose intolerant, and so am I, and I'm not
And
tolerant
I
of much
still
things,
want it so badly.
This guy
To be
used to eat
fair,
pizza and
lasagna is
stink up the
also one of the
studio.
best food.
Damn,
Yeah,
I don't have that video. I wish I had the video, but it is definitely insinuating Jim Carrey. And
Weird.
also like we can, I don't know how you guys feel about the fittest flat earther, but he's not my favorite person in the world. But a lot of the things that he says, if we are to believe that there are like shapeshifters in the world, then some of these things that he's saying are not that far off. It's just he takes it way too far to make us look stupid and laugh in our face.
Yeah, we don't know what's real. Yo, Real J, pizza is awesome. I'll never quit eating pizza. Make sure if you're in the chat, just again, like if any of the mics are off or someone's too loud or quiet, let us know and I'll fix that because StreamYard is a homosexual.
It sounds like you think you know what the answer is right now. You don't want to say it. Whose mic's too loud, Tom?
It's so funny. Well, no, I can see the dials actually, Billy. But like we were gonna cover cloning actually coming up, and then I heard you talking about it. I was like, this is kind of perfect because like it's like that's in our intro also, but like it's a conspiracy we've never covered, like touched upon or covered. And it is a weird one because we've made references to it, but like people don't know how long this technology's been around. So let me play this video for you guys because this is weird.
It would be legal to clone me, for example, tomorrow. And this is the place it's most likely to happen, a leading IVF clinic outside of New York. Behind those walls, there are people with the technology, the ability, and the desire to genetically engineer human embryos, to be the first in the world to successfully clone a human being.
There's no doubt that human beings will be cloned.
Dr. Jacques Cohen, a leader in his field, simply needs the approval of his clinic's ethics committee to make history. So if I had the money, you had the permission, you could clone me tomorrow.
Well, I wouldn't say tomorrow. It will take a year or two. We could clone you probably within 2 years.
What you're seeing here is an actual cloning taking place at the research facility in Scotland that pioneered the technique. In theory, it's blindingly simple. Here, it's an animal. But just as easily, you can take a cell from a human. A scraping of skin will do. Then, get an egg from a female, remove the nucleus and fuse the two with a spark of electricity. And ta-da, you have an embryo.
That was in 1999, man.
Okay, that's amazing, but I'm also terrified. But that's so cool, is it not? Can you not appreciate actually kind of how cool that is? Like, that's neat. I'm interested.
I always wonder, like, what if your clone got fucked up and it came out and he's like, Billy, we have your clone here. This is, yeah, and he's like, hey, Billy, I love you. And you're like, get the fuck away from me.
Well, have you guys seen the movie Multiplicity with Michael Keaton?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
He is working too hard and he can't balance home life and work life, and so he gets a clone of himself made.
Oh, okay.
And then he decides that he doesn't want to do work life or home life, so he gets another clone made. One is specifically for home, and then they decide that they need a fucking break every once in a while, so they get a clone of themselves, and the fucking clone of the clone ends up being retarded as shit.
Why? Maybe I have seen that shit. I have to find
it sounds familiar, the premise anyway.
It's so fucking funny because the wife is having like a nervous fucking breakdown and she's talking to the retarded clone and has no idea. And she's just like, I just don't know what you want from me. What do you want? And he's like, I want some pizza. I want pizza.
That's so funny. That'd be so fucked up too. Like, I just like when I was researching this and I was like setting up the episode, I was like, you know how hilarious that'd be to see like a retarded clone of yourself, especially like Billy's clone. You just come out, he's trying to tell you dad jokes, and they're like the dumbest dad jokes ever. Would you rather? And he's like comes out. It's crazy, man. Because like there's so many, like even The Sixth Day. Like I liked that movie a lot when I was a kid. Like, and it's trippy because you find out like he's the actual clone, like in the kind of twist at the end or whatever. Mm-hmm. But those movies that drip feed this type of information too.
It is
so for $100,000 right now, you can get your dog or your cat cloned. And
I thought it was only 50.
Oh, is it only 50 now? When it was first available, it was $100,000. So it's not like that far off that they've been cloning humans since way before then. And I'm going to take you way back since before any of us were born. Can I share screen one more time?
Yeah, go ahead. Do what you got to do. Yeah, this shit goes deep, bro.
So this guy I give credit to as being the very first podcaster. And this is back in the 70s or I think it was we'll see from when he said.
I am revealing primarily for history.
Can you guys hear it?
I know even before
full screen it
that some of my listeners will desert me after they hear it, saying it just cannot be. But my friends, I also know that the events in the days ahead will be impossible to understand without knowing this secret. So I do not ask that you believe it simply because I say it. What I do ask, and I ask it for your own good, is that you keep an open mind. Listen and hear what I must now reveal. Then watch events themselves. My friends, since World War II and before, scientists the world over have been probing for the basic secrets of life itself. And in this field, as in others, progress has been much faster than the public has been led to believe. Today, it's common knowledge that heredity is governed by something called genes. Yet barely a generation ago, this relationship was only beginning to be suspected. When it was suggested in 1944 by a theoretical physicist, Erwin Schrödinger, it was a novel idea. Beyond that, no one was too certain what genes were, aside from huge molecules or clusters of molecules. Some thought they were molecular chunks of protein.
When I told this guy, when I was telling Sam and the boys about this guy, they were laughing their asses off about his name, Dr. Peter Beater.
Billy, did you notice what his name
half a dozen years later, researchers zeroing in on a building block of life even more basic than 1953. One need go no further than these few words on the jacket of the book.
Hang on.
Helix.
Let me find a good.
And since then, research in molecular biology has not been standing still, but speeding up bothers people. In the research away for many years in biological synthesis.
Interesting. And when was this recorded?
The brain of a robotoid possesses an enormous
I want to say
memory.
this was in the early 70s that this was recorded, but he talks about President Carter being replaced with an organic robotoid.
A robotoid can be manufactured on very short run in the desired form.
Here we go.
Can be programmed to communicate and think in such complex patterns that they act human. Organic robotoids are remarkable creatures, but they have many drawbacks. They don't grow or reproduce, but must be manufactured one by one in the desired form. They also have a very limited lifespan, measured in months or even weeks, depending upon how they are utilized. This is due to the fact that their metabolism, while it resembles that of humans, is very inefficient.
So he like breaks down what these organic robotoids are, and basically what they were was the fucking Terminator. And and so it was living tissue over a fucking robot, and with AI or consciousness placed into it. And then we take it a step further in the late 80s, is when Donald Marshall claims that this shit started happening to him when he would go to sleep. So he claims that his parents sold him for research to an occult. And so, yeah. And these are all claims, by the way. He claims a lot of crazy shit. So it's like, but every rabbit hole that we've ever gone down, at least myself, I'm very skeptical at the very first part of these, because I'm like, okay, this is a psyop, or I'm so grounded in a certain belief that when I hear something otherwise, it's like there's no fucking way. But like he claims to have written.
Sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off. That is such an amazing take on things. Nobody does that. That is amazing to be able to realize that about yourself. To be like, I know I always believed this, but okay, maybe it's different. Not too many people have that objectability over.
I've always been everything's up in the air. I'm like, oh, anything could be possible.
You're such a liar. That is not what you've been.
Yeah, I'm still set that the reptilians are controlling our planet. That's never gonna go away.
Well, we can only be told that Santa Claus isn't real so many fucking times before your skin just gets thick. You're like, all right, what are you going to tell me next? You know, and it's like, oh, fuck, I wish I didn't ask.
Did you know Michelle Obama is a man? Got a thick old dick or something? Like, you're like, what the fuck? How far are we going down this rabbit hole?
This is totally not on the topic of what we're doing, but it's actually really bugging me because I know you guys have listened to a lot more of these, like especially older recordings than I have. Have you ever heard a recording from like the 60s or 70s where the man didn't sound like a perfect motherfucking radio announcer? I've never heard a bad voice. No,
I don't think they were allowed to be next to microphones. They like went through rigorous fucking auditions.
Fair enough. Like, yeah, probably
even for like the most simple radio commercials too. It's like you had to have that perfect radio announcer voice
because they're always so good.
Yeah, you can't be sounding like Pee Wee fucking Herman. Like, get the fuck off the microphone, man. You know, right? This conspiracy goes pretty deep because it's. I've always considered that this has been possible, right? Like that. I remember when I was a kid, people would be talking about how they cloned a sheep in the 80s. And at least in the 90s, there was still talk about it, that they were trying to develop it, that it was possible, that there was scientists somewhere working on it. But like, and then it kind of just went away. Realistically, like they barely bring it up, at least on the mainstream media and news outlets and all that kind of like, there's not many people talking about it. But I remember thinking like, you know, in the 80s, they cloned a sheep and they just hid the technology and then tried to, you know, to gaslight us and say that it's not real. And even that 60 minutes, it's in 1999, they're saying that it would take a year, but like they could do it. And the fact that there is evidence that it even goes farther back, it's like, how much technology have they been hiding? I've always believed like the military is at least 50 years ahead.
Well, the first time that I heard this claim was from rapper B.O.B., and he claims that in order to grow one of these clones in a tube, it takes 3 months, and they're fully grown human or whatever age the person is at that they're cloning.
So
what song is that?
Have you ever looked at like how it works? Like it's not like a baby. It doesn't come out as a baby when they're like, it's like a synthetic carbon copy of somebody that they like replicate, right?
Yeah, in a sense. And then there's different types of clones too. And there's a new rapper like Kid Buu, I believe is how you pronounce it.
I've heard about him, yeah.
Yeah, and so he's on videos talking about what replicate or what is the word I'm looking for? What model number he is and shit like that. And so it progresses. And as Donald Marshall talks about, like the way that they're able to clone, it gets better and better too. And so they used to like
for the people that don't know, who's Donald Marshall, just so the fans.
So Donald Marshall is really, really fucking interesting. I can I can give you like a little background on him. He's a Roman Catholic from Canada. He wasn't
He's a Canadian boy like us.
He was never in like the public eye until 2011, and he came out on Facebook and he was posting stuff detailing his alleged lifelong involvement with the secret society, claiming that he was sold to by his parents at the age of 5. And so he starts posting all this shit on Facebook, and he started to gain traction in like the conspiracy circles and stuff. And so he claims that he tapped into like this widespread like distrust of elites, celebrities, and institutions. And so like he frames this as a story where it's like so wild that when you first hear it, you can't like fucking ignore it. You're like, this has got to be clickbait. And so he claims that his consciousness gets taken out of his body every single night when he goes to sleep, and it goes into the celebrity cloning centers. And he claims that there's multiple cloning centers throughout the world, but mostly they reside in underground military bases. And so when he's like in REM sleep, he alleges that since the 40s, that the Illuminati have used advanced cloning technology to create human clones. And during the REM sleep, they can transfer their consciousness to the clones, and they have meetings in these deep underground military bases to plan their global events. And while they're there, they like to indulge in their perverse acts, as these parasitic elites like to do.
And this is like in like an astral world, so to speak, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah, if you want to just picture like he describes these things as an arena but with a dirt floor. And so if
like
you want
Star Wars shit, like they're like, you know.
Yeah, just like that. Yes. And so they have like fights to the death, like
Jar Jar Binks getting butt fucked by like fucking some alligator creatures. Like
that's exactly what happens, Tom.
You know, it's not far off, because he says that a lot of these reptilians do show their normal form when they're there. And he even describes like 3 different ones and what they look like. And so I think that a lot of these characters that we do get in movies do resemble some of these species that actually have been here since us.
What do you think? Because we'll get into it, but what do you think about like some of the images I'm showing of like, you know, when celebrities, I'll play a video later of it also, but where celebrities, like there's people throughout history that look just like them. And there's like these weird, people think like, oh, they're vampires, but could it go further back to even like cloning and how there's like celebrities that literally look similar also that are supposed to be not from the same family, but they look like similar. Like you have certain celebrities from, the 30s that look like maybe, we're showing, I think that's Gwen, is that Gwen Stefani? Yeah. So what do you think about that aspect of it?
I think that wasn't Gwen Stefani. That was
Oh yeah.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, that other whore.
Well, I think there's definitely doppelgangers because, my family swore to God that I was in an elevator with them somewhere where like they would have never seen me. And they were right. I wasn't fucking there. But they were like, what are you doing here? And it wasn't until the guy talked that they were like, oh shit, that's not him.
Like
And
that does happen. Like there's only so many genetic compounds that happen throughout the world of 8 billion people. Like
Billy's been on like 7 movies I've watched. The dude's in Friday the 13th Part 2. There's a guy that looks exactly like Billy in Friday the 13th Part 2. And there's another movie I was watching like, so many times where even my wife's like, that looks like Billy. And I think it's because you're a generic skinny white guy.
Oh no, like you can only be so hot and not be cast in movies. Like it's gonna happen.
I like to think about it like the Nintendo Wii. When you just first start out, there's only so many templates that you can use to start out from.
100%.
And I think that's how our genetic pool is. So like there's only so many templates, and there's little tweaks here and there, but there are certain ones like this one here. Like I believe that there are genetic bloodlines, and they are the old ones, and they've always been here. And they're
Anton LaVey's daughter with Taylor Swift for all the audio listeners.
And they're very egotistical, and they like to be in the spotlight in one way or another. It's like that movie Queen of the Damned, where like Aaliyah and the singer both were like, fuck that shit. I don't want to hide in the shadows. Like, we're dope. The world should see how sick we are.
Yeah, and it is interesting because they're like that's what people claim of maybe these genetic like hybrids or whatever, or whoever's hijacking maybe these clones, or is it these bloodlines as you stated with like Zena LaVey and stuff like that. Shrek was her real name or whatever, and Anton LaVey's daughter, and convenient Anton LaVey is very Jewish. I actually did read the Satanic Bible years ago. And he's a shady character to begin with, but then you have these like connections. It's strange, right?
Can you go back to the Dexter one? I don't know who that is.
I can't remember what actor the other guy is, but there's an actor,
Michael C. Hall.
Yeah, Michael C. Hall, but like there's another guy that looks just
human.
like him.
He doesn't look human to me at all, and that's what I'm getting at. Is I don't think that all these people are human. But we do have clones as well, because there are people that make their way up the ranks and then they sign their souls off to Hollywood, and then they decide that they don't want to go along anymore. So they're replaced by a clone. And now these people who are celebrities, they will have clones to do shit that they don't really feel like doing as stand-ins and shit.
Oh,
like
yeah.
So like,
sorry,
that's a perfect example. That's a perfect example of no, that isn't just work. He didn't get work done, because your bone structure doesn't fucking change.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx, because when he came back out of nowhere, he was like pale as shit. He's like downgraded his skin color.
And it looks like he's been just drinking the juice, man. And his like head fucking there's no way. And then they do that movie, they clone Tyrone just to throw it in his face at the very exact time that they decided to off him.
I haven't watched that yet. I didn't know if I wanted to. I was like, more propaganda or fucking psyop bullshit. But I probably would just for my own research sake. But like, it is weird, like because this guy's another actor that looks like Michael C. Hall. But
who is he on the left? Who is that?
I can't remember the actor's name, but it's just showing that like this similar makeup of these celebrities. There's many of them. I'm gonna show a video soon of showing you like how many celebrities do look like each other. It's fucking strange. And this is also what's that douche's name? I got stoned before this, and when I looked at this guy, like when you look at his eyes, he does look creepy, man. I'm gonna admit. I was just staring at him. I'm pretty high.
They made a serial killer movie out of him.
Yeah, it's true.
And both.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling. That's some other actor that looks just like him. It's weird.
Do you have any videos of these people shapeshifting of celebrities where they're like
he's got
on?
quite a few. He's got a lot.
Okay.
I have the King Boo one if we want to show that, because I have one of the ones
What do you
with
mean?
him in
You
it.
have the Clinton one, Selena Gomez.
Yeah, I have some stuff. We'll bring it up. But see, this is weird. I try to find more of this because there's that video. Is it XX Tension or is this Kid Boo guy?
Tension.
That like he's they're like filming. They're on Instagram and it's live. I know there's like speculations that what it could have been or how it could have been faked. But how he's like, I remember seeing that when it first came out, and he's like standing next to himself, and all the chat's going, and he's showing you his clone, and he was like, "Look, we have the same tattoos, da da da." And what do you think about that video?
I don't know if I know it. Let me. The one where he like comes and sits down next to him.
Yeah. His like clone sits with him.
Yeah, and that was a live Instagram. I honestly think that was a green screen and it was filmed. He filmed them at separate times and then went live with the video playing for the green screen.
Yeah, it could be because and that's how they're gonna trick people also. But I remember at the time when that came out, I was like, that's fucking weird. Like I don't, it's hard to believe whatever you see online or whatever anyways, but it was fucking weird. I was like, what the fuck? Why would you want to make that point anyway?
It's weird that they're coming out and talking about it. And sometimes I'm wondering if it's like some of these younger kids that like him that are talking about it now look at it as a way to maybe boost their career, get people to talk about them, because conspiracies are searched probably the second most thing on the internet next to porn.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, porn's gonna win.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, gotta make sure that all the I was gonna say who controls the porn.
They created both of them. If you want to get down to it, really.
Nava Gila. I actually have a whole episode written out how they control the porn industry. I also wrote another episode out a while ago, and I was like, when am I gonna do this shit? But they have them a session with Nazi porn. Like it's like weird. And I found information about because there's all these like.
How'd you find that, Tom?
Well, I used to like. I did used to like 80s porn when I was like younger. I was like, it has a story. It's nice. You know what I mean? I can like follow along with the story. This one's about this Nazi maniac. Like there's like a famous one called like the She-Wolf of I don't know, some bullshit. But then I started looking into it. I was like, why are they obsessed with like making porn about Nazis? And then I found more information about it. I was like, a little weird, I gotta say. It's a little weird.
So to reel you guys back in here, I'm gonna pull up videos as we talk about them, because I think you guys should see this video, because not only do we have the clones, but we have the shapeshifters, the real reptilians, and the movie fucking They Live is so dead the fuck on. But
one of my favorite movies.
It's so great. Here, let me come in.
Do you want me here before you pull that up? If you keep a pause, I'll play that video of whatever this stupid ass fucking rapper's name is, Kid Boo-Hoo or whatever.
As soon as you die, they could actually freeze your body.
Well, what happened with my first gen is they took the skull because he initially had written in a will to the Raelian movement that if something were to happen to him, they can ship the skull over immediately to Clonade. So they can remove a fragment of bone that's located here. And in this fragment of bone, it stores all of your memories and consciousness. And with that, they can make a sufficient replica of yourself, a reproductive version of you, including your memories. And you can be selective as to which ones you keep or don't keep. And this process has been around for quite some time. Like Dolly the sheep was cloned back in, I think, the late 70s, early 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
Dolly the sheep, yeah, I remember that. And they've cloned a lot of animals over the years.
Yeah, Clonade, I don't want to say too much information. This is going to be broadcast on the internet.
But I don't think they could transfer the actual memories, though.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're living proof of this?
Yeah, I'm living proof. Except all the memories. A lot of them I don't have because of drugs and alcohol I abused as a teenager. So it's kind of like burning an MP3 CD, right? So let's say, we don't do this, people don't do this anymore, but back in the day, you would bootleg a CD, you would need the original copy. You put it in, it reads the disc, transfers all the files. You have the same exact CD, it's the same thing. all the tracks, everything, every bar, every hit from every note, everything's gonna be on there. Now, if I scratch that CD, I may not be able to read all the files on the disc, making it impossible to transfer, make a new one, a new copy. I think it's amazing that they even were able to make Gucci Man.
Right, because they cloned him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Clone did. I'm pretty sure like that was done from a separate company, but yeah, clearly
right. Everyone was saying he was cloned as soon as he got out of jail. He looked different. He talked different.
Yeah, even his teeth, and his smile.
Right, he was smiling a lot more.
Yeah, he did, definitely. I like Gucci. I like new Gucci. I like second gen Gucci.
Second gen Gucci. Okay, so Gucci was the first hip hop clone. But
either that guy's a good storyteller or that's weird as shit. You know what I mean? And that he's giving so much detail. Catalyst, what do you know about Clonade? Because that's in Toronto. I heard about this like years ago too.
Yeah, they're like the face of what they're willing to show us that they're capable of doing. But I will say that that's on the right is not a clone of Gucci Man. That's actually Hobson as Gucci Man.
Oh, weird. That's Hobson?
No. That ain't no Hobson.
That's Hobson.
Hobson. No, it is not.
Hobson admits it to being Gucci Man.
What the fuck?
Fact check.
I don't know. I gotta fight you on that one. I've seen Hobson in real life. Like I love Hobson. I
love Hobson as well. That doesn't mean that he can't play two roles. Don't you think that Hobson, the rapper,
but that's
Hobson,
not his face.
Don't you think that the rapper
Hobson's face?
Tell me that's not Hobson on the right.
Yeah, it could be. Honestly, if you put makeup on
I
enough
need
people.
Damn, now he sounds convincing. I need to look at a picture side by side. Hobson's way more black than that.
Here,
a little makeup,
I guess you could probably get like makeup to like lighten your skin tone. I bet.
Yeah,
that's got to be a thing.
Yeah, it's weird. There's all these. Look at this fucking retard. I think that's that XX Tension guy.
You can Google it, bro, if you want to. There's so much on Hobson being Gucci Man.
I think I've heard of that before too, and that and it's interesting because
that makes me sad. I don't want that to be true.
Well, all these rappers in the music industry, right? They like even Tom McDonald talks about like how they clone rappers and shit, and like who knows? Again, maybe it's a joke, but Chris Webby is the shit, man. I really like him and what he's been releasing recently. But like they mention stuff like this because like there is an actual legitimate, at least theory of it, you know.
Well, I posted in the private chat with you guys.
Yeah, I saw that.
That is a video of Hobson admitting that he plays Gucci Man.
Okay,
so I don't know like how much more evidence you need than that.
Okay, let me give me a second.
But that guy's so much blacker.
It's
so much
makeup, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like baby powder could lighten your skin like crazy. I guess that's definitely where my head was going.
Baby powder on you. Okay, let's see if I can bring this up.
Fair enough. That's cool shit. I'm definitely gonna watch that later because I love that guy. That's upsetting. I don't like that.
I'm gonna show it to you right now. Hobson Gucci. Let's see. Weird. Oh, see.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, it's not showing the video.
Yeah, it's gone. Oh, there you go.
No, go the other way 3 times.
Oh, what the fuck is this shit? I'm on a totally new page.
Other way.
Gucci.
4 times. 5 times the other way. The other way. Your other way.
It doesn't really look like him.
Oh,
what the fuck?
There you go.
Yes.
See, it's saying that's him. Okay,
it's saying this is him.
Okay, now it's playing the video on a totally different screen. Okay, let me.
Oh my god!
You having trouble, Tom?
Yes, it's stupid. What the fuck is playing?
Because I knew that there's him admitting.
Dude, just give me a sec, cause like I clicked on the World Star thing, and all of a sudden there was like it was like a thick cake gamer or something like that, and it's just chick's ass. I was like, what the fuck is this? All right, share screen.
All right, well, Tom's figuring this out.
I got
the
it.
fucking
I got it.
backyard brawling.
What? Yeah. Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so here.
Oh, that was.
And they told me I had to like kind of sacrifice something. They said you're gonna have to pay it back because you just put this information out there, and this is gonna put people in the wrong mindset of what we're trying to do in society. So they told me that if I don't do these list of things, then they're going to hurt my family or hurt, people that I really care about. And they told me to go to this office. It was on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles. And then when I went in, I asked them over the phone, what are they going to have me do? They said they couldn't tell me. And then when I went into the office, they sat me down and it was like an all white room, and they opened one of the doors and it had a Gucci suit. A Gucci bodysuit. And I said, oh no, please don't tell me that is what I think it is. They said, yeah, it's exactly what you think it is, pal. And I said, no, please, no, not the Gucci suit. They said, it's the Gucci suit. This is the only way that you can repay for what you've done. And I said, not the Gucci suit, please. And they said, it's the Gucci suit. They said, we've ran some facial recognition programs on you, and you're going to need to be this man, and you're going to need to also contradict whatever you speak about so you can create a balance in this scene of hip hop that you're in, because you're the only one who can really pull it off. And I said, oh man. So yeah, they came out with this whole thing. Gucci Mane is actually, he's locked up somewhere and he's still fat. He never did go to the gym.
Yo, weird. He's literally admitting, if that's like real and we can prove that's right, that's extremely strange. And then what did they have on him? Because he's like, if you to pay back for what you've done. And this is funny because this comes from a rapper that would be talking about like the Illuminati and stuff like that when he first came out, and now he's part of it.
Well, yeah, he made another video where he was promoting a song that he was about to come out with, and it was basically it was him being taken up into this, it was almost like an international space station type of a thing, and he was in the middle of this circle, and they threatened his daughter's life, and he had to like fucking join. And that's how the video promo went for this fucking song that he was releasing.
Yeah, it's weird that they try to show you out in the open. And obviously, like, there's those songs about his ex trying to, like, take it, like, when his kid, before his, I think, kid was born, that's Sydney in Australia and stuff like that, of him, like, talking about, like, it's all your fault, where he's talking about, like, that girl that fucked him over and, fucking with the big dude and the guy at the gym. And it's just, because, and then it's like, I don't know, like they sell their soul, I guess, and they become Gucci Mane. So fucking weird, man. Because like it could be a fake fucking beard. Like if you even look at this one, that could be like a fucking, or he could just grow some stubble and cut it. That could be him right there. What do you think, Billy? You love Hobson.
That's not Hobson. I don't give a fuck. I don't get two shits. That's not Hobson.
None of those three pictures that he showed us are Hobson.
Even the one that was side by side, that wasn't. And
you sure?
I'm a million fucking % that's not Hobson.
And that's like the cognitive dissonance that we get to witness firsthand right now.
I'm decently good at, like, that's obviously not Gucci Mane. I'll give you that. That is not him. That is not the same person to the left. But to be fair, like, okay, what I took away from that was,
hang on, go back, look at the eyes and tell me that is, look at the eyes, bro. And if this is a person wearing
Gucci just looks real high.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's the same person. I don't believe that's the same person.
Prosthetics.
Yeah.
I just don't believe it's Hobson.
Man,
I don't believe that's Gucci Mane either.
I had this video that got me taken down off of Instagram one time, and it was this girl, and she was like extremely fucking hot. And then all of a sudden she fucking takes off of her shirt, and it's like there's no nipples. It's just like a fucking suit.
A
And
Ken
then
doll.
she takes the suit off, right? And it's like every hot part about her. And then she fucking takes off the face. And it's like,
It's a dude.
holy, with prosthetics. No, it was just
Dwayne
an
the
uglier,
Rock Johnson.
it was just an uglier version of what she was. But like,
Dude, you can see that with some of the celebrities, man.
Yes, and seeing that and knowing that they have masks and these prosthetics, like it is not that far off to look in those eyes and tell me that's not Hobson wearing prosthetics.
Fair enough. To be
yeah.
fair, it does look like, I will give you, it does look like his eyes. That's the only thing I see out of him is his eyes.
It is strange, right? Because they have, we
will
brought this
give
up at
you
the
the
show, the
eyes.
mask technology. I've showed videos where it's like live on television. Somebody's wearing like one of these masks. Like there's one where it's like this fat chick, and this live on like, I don't know, Spanish television or some shit. And he's like grabbing her face to prove that it's a mask, and it's like pulling. There's tons of Biden was like, there's obviously that conspiracy that Jim Carrey was playing Biden, but like they do have mask technology. You see it sometimes in their neck. It comes out like, I do think that's quite possible. We know that the CIA did do this in the 60s. In the 60s, they had this type of like mass technology, and it probably wasn't as great as it is today. But now you could be like staying right next to him, and you might not even know that it's, you know, it's Jim Carrey in a Biden mask.
That's what I was going to point out though, because they're like honestly, let's take like a step back and look at this. Like they have such good technology. Why the fuck are the masks and the clones of everything that they're producing and putting out into the real world clearly not looking like the person?
Yeah, especially like the Jamie Foxx
like
one.
that one's horrendous. Like that looks like technology we'd have in the 90s.
I'm Jamie Foxx.
Like it seems like we'd have, like, if they really, I don't know, like I'm torn now, because if they really wanted you to believe it, like, don't we have the technology to match it fucking perfectly? Don't we have that, you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes and no, but you got to realize that they're also sloppy. And so if they're like, fuck it, they're going to fall for anything. And most people do. I would say like 99% of the population looks at the clones of these people and thinks none the wiser.
100%, because people just believe anything, right? And like they worship these celebrities. And think about, like, even I've said this recently, like think about like the Epstein files.
Yeah.
There, even though there's all this information and proof that they're like calling us goyim, and there could be ideas of them eating children and calling them jerky or the cream cheese shit. And there's tons of people out there that just don't want to accept it because they don't want to accept the reality that they live in. They want to think that it's all sunshine and rainbows and politicians aren't lying to them and they can just pay their taxes and things are going to get better. And it's never going to fucking happen, right? I have some other videos to play to get some more thoughts. So let's play this one.
Though. I don't think they'd be that sloppy.
No,
I don't know why.
sloppy.
I have more faith in their bullshit over us.
We'll play this one because this one's interesting. This is the idea of like, look at the celebrities that look the same.
Hang on.
Like,
Before you play this video, I have a question though. Like, if they're not that sloppy, then what's the other alternative? That really is the person that they're trying to say that it is?
No, I don't know. Like, all I see is a massive fucking mind game. He's going, let these guys talk about this while something else happens. Let them talk about this. Here's something that a lot of people are going to notice, but we can pretend it's not real while we do XYZ.
Billy is the healthy skeptic on this show.
That's what I see. Like, I'm not believing that's the fucking person. There's no shot that's the fucking person. But like, it's too obvious. Like, it's not close enough.
Okay, so with Avril Lavigne, this is actually a doppelganger. That is her stand-in.
Melissa.
Yeah. Is that her name, isn't it?
Yeah. Melissa.
and so Avril Lavigne was actually killed and replaced, or maybe not even killed. She could have killed herself.
I heard she died in a car accident. Like, I heard that when I was a kid.
Well, she got Lyme disease. I thought that's what it was.
Well, Eminem died in a car accident. I can Google. Well, no, if I ask how she died, it's not going to tell me.
This one's going to upset. This one's going to, if you Google how Avril Lavigne died, it's like, she's currently still alive. But this is a big conspiracy that I feel like even at the beginning of the show, when we were doing like celebrity conspiracies on one of the episodes like years and years ago, that me and Billy did talk about this of like the whole connection, like, is she a clone or is it a replacement? But yeah, there's the idea that it's like it was one of her friends. There's theories about this with like Lady Gaga. She stole her whole personality from like somebody else. And like this, and then maybe sacrificed her, and there's like it goes pretty deep.
I love that picture you put up though, because I'm again not saying that's not real. That's not what I'm saying. But that personal exact picture is like that's what people pick apart, right? It's like, look at this imposter. Her hair's in front in this photo and hair in back in this photo. She's not wearing the same shirt.
Oh my God, teeth. Yeah.
Oh my God, teeth.
I think it's supposed to be satire.
She curled her hair. Are you fucking kidding?
See, yeah, I think it's supposed to be satire. That's why it's like shirt ? Straight hair. It's
That's
just
what I mean.
Satire.
I was like, please don't put that up as fact.
I didn't even notice that shit until you pointed it out. I'm like,
hair in front. That's funny.
I'm all, they're
Wavy
pretty
hair.
funny. And then I'm like, oh shit, that's actually on the picture. What the fuck?
Yeah, we can bring us some other stuff. So let me show you guys this one, because this one's interesting. Of like, there is a weird thing about how many celebrities look like other celebrities, and is it they're being cloned or is it different bloodlines? But it's strange to say.
I'd like to see more. You got more? Show me more.
Yeah, I got
That's
more.
Cool.
I think I muted this for copyright, because for everybody listening on audio on Spotify, there's been times I've had to re-upload episodes because the audio is has been taken down or like flagged because it's copyright on Spotify. It's weird. Jamie Foxx and DaBaby, Ariana Grande, Brittany Murphy. It's quite similar. That one's weird.
Some of them are insanely close, and some of them are okay. That's just
some of them are a stretch, but some of them are like there's
some of them are really close. That one's close. Yeah.
It's just showing that there is a lot of celebrities that like look similar. Yeah, look at that one.
Who was that before?
I wish I could go back. Stupid streamer. I don't think you're able to do that.
With these ones, I think that they're old ones, like just resubmitting themselves into the spotlight as somebody
like
else.
The clones.
I think
or
that
like
I think they're the same person, and then they just start playing somebody else for a while at the same time, and then they'll fully take on that other character, live action role play.
Interesting.
That's super probable. That's a really good explanation of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like play it again for it.
Especially if they're the same age.
Like there is Margot Robbie and Jamie Presley do look alike. Heath Ledger and Joseph Levitt, they look very similar.
That one's very similar too.
Like Tom Hardy and Logan Marshall. There is like that one's weird. It's like Emma Watson and whatever that guy's name is, John Travolta and the dude from Slayer. So I'm like, it's compelling because it is weird. It's like recycling this DNA, so to speak. Some of them are very compelling. Some of them are a stretch. But
you went one away before the one I loved. It's too late. Whatever. Just drop it.
Okay, here. And we'll play what? Screen.
Brittany Murphy died, and then we get Ariana Grande. So that one does kind of add up.
Yeah.
It is weird. And she died in mysterious circumstances. There's a lot of weird stuff about that. Here we go.
Government. And finally, the election of Barack Obama has turned an Indonesian photographer into a celebrity. But Ilham Anas is not famous for the photos he has taken of President-elect. His celebrity comes because he bears an uncanny resemblance to Mr. Obama. Many Indonesians have taken a keen interest in the president-elect because he lived there when he was a child. Anas says when Mr. Obama won the election, his friends, quote, made me wear a suit, a tie, and took pictures of me posing as Obama. The pictures spread on the internet. It was phenomenal. Well, that led to a number of TV stations and advertising companies to contact him, and now he plays the president-elect in a new pharmaceutical commercial in the Philippines.
Yeah, that is so weird, dude. What the
I want to see the pharmaceutical commercial.
Michael, I mean, Michelle. Like, it's so crazy how often he called her Michael. It's so crazy. All presidents are the same bloodline. There's theories. There is theories, I say. It's so weird because it's like there is this like I actually was going to do an episode at some point about doppelgangers because that weird thing of like that people think that like there's similar people. When I was growing up, have you ever heard of the band Hawthorne Heights?
Yeah.
No.
Very emo band for when I was super emo, and I looked exactly when I was younger like the lead singer. Like everyone used to tell me that shit, and I looked and it was like identical. It's very strange, right? And then like he's from like Germany or whatever. If I could find one day I'll have to find an old picture of myself for the fans.
Oh
and show
no, I
you.
got it. Don't worry, I'm looking.
Yeah, of him, but you don't have a picture of me. Where
Yes,
I'm like,
I do.
you better not. That'd be so funny. But like, what do you think about the doppelganger thing? Do you think it's like, obviously with at least the celebrities, do you think it's clones? Do you think it's people of the same bloodline being recycled? Like
all of the above. I think that there's combinations of all of that shit happening. And I think that if they truly are old ones or reptilians and they've been around for like hundreds, if not thousands of years, then it's not hard to keep an eye on a certain bloodline and have an actual doppelganger of yourself. But, you know, I don't know how religious you guys are, but in the times of Noah before the first flood, they were fucking with and manipulating the DNA too, because of all kinds of shit. The Nephilim were trying to integrate into the human bloodline and completely destroy it. And that is exactly what we're looking at now. And because they're trying to manufacture this end time prophecies in order to bring in usher in their prophet.
Yeah, I've had Paul Stubbs on and Dustin Nemois, and like people hate how I pronounce his name, whatever would say Dustin's last name. I had him on twice. I would always fuck up his name. So it was always like, it's pronounced like this. But like they both, and another dude that believes in this similar thing. I'm not Christian, but I lean towards like, there's interesting things about it. I was baptized when I was a kid, but like the Nephilim idea is compelling. Like Billy came on that episode with me. Usually he doesn't join with guests, but I'm trying to get him in some of these episodes now because I think it's a different dynamic. But he came on with Paul Stubbs is on, and it's interesting because it's like there is like it's an interesting story that has been told throughout history, and people are looking at the Bible wrong. There's people that just look at it like it's just a story, but then there's people that look at it where they're analyzing it, where there is these fallen angels that were corrupting mankind, making them, as Dustin would say, GMO people, where they're genetically modifying them, and then essentially Noah was like the last person, like right in this like blood, and then he fucked his got his kids to fuck or something, and they kept because that's a weird story too. Because they're the last people, their family's got to be fucking right, like.
Well, yeah, and I believe that they're like breeding some of the qualities out of themselves that truly define them as being different. Because after the flood, we still had the Raphaim, and the Raphaim were a part of that bloodline, but they had a really bad, like hard time breeding, and they couldn't breed females. And when they could, their females weren't able to reproduce. But like, we don't know if these Raphaim could die. And so it's possible that they're still here, or that they've just been breeding that into humans so that they could keep going. And we know that there's a lot of inbreeding going on in these elite families. That's why they're so fucking ugly too.
Yeah, I've heard similar things. Even someone in the chat was like, I mean, with all the gene experiments, mentioned Epstein files, anything could be possible. Know that it wasn't possible before the release, but interesting that they confirmed it. Well, yeah, like, and eventually I'm going to cover Zorro Ranch and the weird connections to that, but like, it is bizarre to say the least, because like he's openly talking about it, at least like splicing genes, and it's weird, dude. And it only further proves some of these conspiracies that, a lot of people don't want to believe, but it's starting to be kind of exposed to some extent, right? Yeah, I got that one.
I didn't realize that we lost him. I was trying to find that damn video.
No, he's coming. I don't know. He just probably has to take a pee or grab a beer or do whatever alcoholics do.
So I'll give a little pretense to this video, because when I first saw this video, it was like legit as legit can be. And now I can't find another one that doesn't have deep fake added to the fucking title. And so I don't know if this video has been manipulated with, but I remember seeing this before it was stamped with deep fake all over the place. And I remember being blown away that he could change his face like that.
Okay, yeah, I've actually probably, I'm gonna bring it up right now. I've actually probably seen this video too. And yeah, of course, they all claim it's deep fakes now. And that's the problem with AI. A lot of stuff that's coming out is they can just say it's AI, it's fake. You know what I mean? So it's hard to tell.
And so he comes over and he sits next to me, and I think he had been briefed on some of the supporting guys, but he was like trying to place me, you know? So he sat down next to me, he's like, I love your work. And I went, oh, thanks. I love your work too, Tom Cruise. You know, like, thanks. And I go, yeah, you know, I'm friends with Judd Apatow and Seth Rogen, and they went to your house. And he went, yes. They did come to my house. And I said, Seth Rogen was like, you know, it was amazing. He has like a bike track in his backyard. It's phenomenal. And I did a Seth Rogen impression, and it was like I did a magic trick. Tom Cruise was like, yeah. Wow. And he points.
Weird. That's
to me. And he pointed at me and he goes, you do impressions and you're on Saturday Night Live. And I went, hey. It was like you won a game show. He was like, yeah, Tom.
So do you think they had
I don't think that was a video that I was talking about. I sent you the wrong one. There's one where he's like asked to change his face and he like sits there and you can like he's like wiggling his ears around and like it's probably
I didn't see that.
It's probably scrubbed now, but that video we just watched, I for sure think was video manipulation.
That was definitely a deep fake. Billy, you didn't see the face changing? They changed it because it's like a deep fake. I've seen there's a guy that like plays Tom Cruise doing this. Like he just does deep fake Tom Cruise.
Oh, you're talking about the whole video, like
he was changing his face throughout it. Like his face would change into Tom Cruise, and then he was changing to Seth Rogen because that's definitely manipulated. But it's interesting because it's the idea like if it wasn't a deep fake and someone was able to manipulate contort their face to look like somebody else, because that could be possible.
No, you know what's fucked up, and I'm kind of mad about this now. Is that's why that video has popped up everywhere, is because it's the same thing that they did with Frozen. So if you type in Disney Frozen, you won't find out that Walt Disney has his head frozen.
Yeah.
They fucking purposely like populated
that blew it up
fake video so that now when anybody tries to find the real one, they won't.
I just love the Family Guy episode where he's like breaks out of it and he's like a robot and he's like, oh, he's like got the fucking spider legs and shit. Cause like I've heard that since I was a kid that he's frozen under like Disneyland or whatever. Somebody asked in the chat, what do you think about CRISPR?
Oh, it's a very real thing. And not only is it a real thing, but like your everyday average people, I know that in California is a big thing in the LGBTQ community, not necessarily CRISPR, but to be able to dial in certain genes. So, you can decide if you want your kid to have
designer babies.
Yes. Designer babies. Right. So it's like, you'll do like one, like if you have like a lesbian couple, it'll be like one mom donates the egg. They choose the sperm donor just like it would be regular, but then they have that shit happen in a petri dish and they manipulate that shit for I think 3 days if I'm not mistaken, which is like just like a homunculus or anything else that they're summoning into a body or whatever.
So you think the homunculus is a real thing? My buddy Juan was obsessed with that shit.
Yeah, that was
Juan is the man for that shit, of course.
I know. Me and him started podcasting at the same time. We used to do a show called Strange Ones, and then he blew up doing this homunculus, like fucking occult shit. And now he's kind of taking a step back. But like, yeah, we started our shows together essentially. And then when we got in the homunculus thing, I had him come on to tell Billy about it because even when we started the show, there's a Patreon episode where I'm like, my side chick meets my wife, and it was Juan and Billy finally meeting, and this is after like us like 2 years of podcasting or whatever. But the longest thing is weird. Like come in the ground on a piece of dirt, and then you like put a little fucking baby, like and create some, and you do some chants. There's some
A
weird
giant
shit.
dog dick.
Yeah, weird. It's fucking weird, man.
To be fair though, like
I'm gonna make my kid 9 feet tall just for fun.
that's a little far, but like, okay, let's say you had that option. Let's say every human being could procreate and had that option. Would you take it? It's like you could.
We talked about this, Billy, on genetics.
You could just manipulate it and be like, "Yep, I want them to have this, this, and this." Like, would you not do it though?
You know what I would do?
Everybody does have that option.
Yeah. Technically, with procreation.
If you have enough money, you have that option.
No, I wasn't saying about money. I was just saying, like, let's say regular procreation was that way. Where, like, there was a computer screen. You could pick and choose. You'd be like, yeah, I want them to have that, that, and that.
I think we
wouldn't
should,
you
like,
do that, though?
We'll just delete the mixed race people. Just kidding. Our buddy Alex is mixed race. So just, like, delete.
I definitely see, like, why you would want to do that, right? And there's, like, always certain things that people, like, definitely, I hope he has my hair or you know, like,
yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, I wouldn't have chosen my daughter through a screen, and I couldn't imagine her any other way. You know, so
my
like,
goodness, I'm not saying it that way. I'm saying, like, let's say you have another kid. It's like, would you just leave it up to, all right, let's leave it for the dice to roll, or they're like, hey, the screen's right here. Pick it.
Our baby looks just like
it's
me
like
and
you're
my
gonna
wife.
fucking pick it. You're gonna be like that one.
And that's what happens when you don't like race mix. Is your kids actually look like you? So with the chat, I don't want kids in the first
learned that I'm
place.
bad at making decisions, though. So maybe I should.
Fair enough. Yeah. No.
It'd be
my
funny. It's
girlfriend's
like
the same way.
it's like one of those like games on like E-Bombs World when it first came out, and it's like just you switch the head. And then you like scan, then like, okay, bigger tits, bigger tits, bigger tits.
That one.
You know, and someone in the chat said, I don't want to have kids in the first place, let alone gene manipulate my kids. Have kids, man. Especially if you're white, okay? We need more white people in the world. But even specifically, being a father is the greatest thing you can do. You know what I mean? It's life-changing. And I do think that, like, people need, because there's people all in the world now, they're, like, not having kids, and there's programming and feminism and all sorts of things going on. But, like, it's passing on your lineage. Like, I look at it in this way of, my ancestors survived thousands of years for me to exist today, and for me not to pass on that inherent DNA is fucking selfish on my part.
Yeah, I agree. It sucks. Mine's gonna end unless I end up having another kid at old age, because I had a female, and so I just, at least my last name.
I have a
lineage.
daughter, a new daughter, so I'm like, I want a boy though, but at least I'm still passing on my genetics to her. But I would like a boy.
And so I'm going to reel this back one more time, and to answer another one of your questions, and like, could their technology just not be this good? So not only is there clones, lookalikes, and stand-ins, but there's also drones, and drones are a specific vril link, and the vril is the lizard parasites. And so what they do, the reptilian parasites. And so I think the Ariana Grande, I think, has one of these, and they enter in through your eye, and that's with the black eye club that you see.
I was just mentioning this to Billy that we'll
so-
cover it on the show at some point. The Black Eyed Club, yeah.
Yeah, and so what it essentially does is it takes over its host, and so it turns the human into its puppet. And have you ever seen like the videos of the parasite that takes over the praying mantises, and then you put them in water, and the parasite has it doesn't know what to do, so it completely leaves the praying mantis, but you would have no idea that that was just a dead skin of a mantis walking around, and the parasite was making it fucking
it's scary,
appear like
dude.
it was just a normal one.
That's
why
why
not what I
think
thought you
some-
were gonna say. That's insane, actually.
Yeah,
no,
dude.
I have not seen those videos.
Yeah,
That's
these
nuts.
things take over. That's why I gotta be careful of this stuff, because it's possible that there could be like entities out there like that. Like I've seen a last mushroom trip I did. It was like a weird one, and I thought that I felt this parasitic entity or entities And I had this, it was like the mushrooms were like a year old. I kept them in my freezer. That probably could have made me a bad trip, but like I took a lot, and my wife was just trying to enjoy her night. And I was like, there's a parasitic force consuming the earth and shit. And I was going nuts. And I felt, and it felt sinister. And like it wants to consume everything and everyone, and it's fucked. And I think they're out there.
It truly is. And if you think that like there's parasites out there that can do that too, and we have the videos of it doing it in the animal world and kingdom, then it absolutely can do it to us. And if we think that these are like more enlightened beings than ourselves, or at least more knowledgeable in what is truly going on, hiding our history, and knows what it truly is and has foul intentions, then it's not that far off over like that, you know. And that's like, it's also like the Black Eye Club is also called the Soulless Celeb Club, you know, because like after they show their pictures and videos where they have a black eye with no fucking explanation ever, then you just start to see their soul slowly deplete from them.
Huh. Yeah, it's strange. And we'll have to cover that somewhat because there's like some dark shit about that. So I got a couple more videos to play. I don't even know what this is. Let me play this one.
Why does Millie Bobby Brown look exactly like Elizabeth Perkins?
How exactly do you create a Hillary Duff or a Miley Cyrus from scratch?
So the stars that we see on TV are actually grown right here?
That's correct. They're grown and developed here. We engineer their brains for advanced singing and dancing capabilities, even posing for photos. By the time they grow to desired size, these child stars are fully ready for the camera.
How long does it take to actually create a star from scratch?
Well, not very long at all. We use the exact same DNA structure for all of our stars, and then we simply tweak minor details like hair color or skin tone.
Oh, now this one's Zac Efron. I've seen him before.
Yes, Zac was actually one of our earliest models.
My daughters love him. I mean, he looks so real.
Actually, I think we could have done a better job with Zac. He could show more human tendencies. If you look closer, you'll notice there's a certain deadness around the eye.
Well, he seems flawless to me.
Well, he's holding up, but there was a bug in that first batch, and as a result, Zac's skin will soon begin to dissolve.
I don't know. That was like satire, I think, for like the Disney, some weird Disney
I think that
Channel
100%
thing.
was satire.
It was satire, but like they show you these things out in the open on purpose. You know, like it's kind of like where it's like, it's crazy. They showed me on a movie. That's not real, right? And that's, I think, how they trick a lot of people to believe that this stuff is impossible. But the one with Millie Bobby Brown looking like Elizabeth Perkins, they look fucking identical, man. It's like crazy. I was looking at other images of both of them, and I'm like, it's pretty weird how close they look like each other.
The Millie Bobby Brown one was dangerously close. That was insane.
What do you think, Kyle?
Did I cut out when I was talking before? I definitely think that video is satire, but it's not far off either.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. And then what do you think about the Millie Bobby Brown and Elizabeth Perkins? They're like so close, man.
I didn't catch that.
Okay, here,
that was like the first one. The first one.
Let me see if I can play
video.
it again and see if you catch it. Check this out.
Why does Millie Bobby Brown look exactly like Elizabeth Perkins?
They're fucking identical. Those are two identical people.
The hell?
That is insane.
They look the same.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember having a crush on her when she was in the movie Big with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Tom Hanks is a creepy pedo. Take pictures of fucking shoes and shit.
Dude, that movie was a pedo message. She hooked up with him when he was a kid in a fucking adult body. He was a little kid and they fucked.
Oh yeah, technically. I enjoy that movie, and it sucks because like we've talked about this before, is like, you know, you grow up with these people, these celebrities, you watch them on movies and stuff like that, and then you're like, oh, these people are like eating children, you know, or like doing at least, you know, or like Diddy stuff where they're going to weird parties and you know, putting baby oil on each other and fucking each other in the ass. And like, it's just like, you're like, wow, these people that they try to portray as these like nice, innocent, loving celebrities. And then meanwhile, like Tom Hanks is probably a real big creep and involved with the Red Shoe Society. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, worse than that. If my mom was to find out the truth about Tom Hanks, there's no way that she can continue with life.
Yes. Yeah. Like everyone loves him. It's like the nicest man. Castaway is a great movie, you know, like, and it's like and then you like, or, you know, I've known this for a while though. Like I remember like, I can't remember when it was, but like recently watched time with my wife with Tom Hanks in it. I'm like, now I've said something creepy about him for fucking years, man. I heard about like stuff like, you know, 10 years ago, how he was a weirdo. So it's funny how now it's kind of coming out where people are noticing it.
Well, yeah, Isaac Cappy really brought that in the forefront when he was going live talking about Tom Hanks. And then after he died, Tom Hanks fucking posted the picture of Roadkill. And yeah, so like that whole thing is could be a psyop in itself. Yeah, it is very
true.
creepy.
Here,
But
I got another. Yeah, carry on.
Go for it.
I was gonna
Well,
show you
I was
guys
gonna
another
say
clip.
I don't have. Okay.
Yeah. How much time do you have left? Sorry.
I got about maybe 10, 15 minutes left.
Oh, that's
I got
totally fine.
somewhere
That's
after.
as long as I gotta wrap this up.
But there's like a list of names and you did show a lot of them, but I wanted to go through the list of like prominent people that could possibly be clones, drones, or replaced.
Elizabeth Perkins in the movie Big looks like Judy Garland. That's true also. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, go through the list and stuff like that.
Okay, so Britney Spears, Eminem, Beyonce, Miley Cyrus, Avril Lavigne, Rihanna, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Adele, Nicki Minaj, Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, Dave Chappelle, Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, Kevin Hart, Jim Carrey, Elijah Wood, Kim Kardashian, Tila Tequila, Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Charles, Vladimir Putin, Prince Philip, Chris Benoit, Prince, and Prince was killed for resisting. Bill Cosby was droned. Rapper B.O.B. Talks about everything, so he's a key figure to keep an eye on. And yep.
All right.
So we should get into this because I want you to explain to Billy why Eminem is a clone.
That's not what we're doing right now. That's not what we're doing right now.
Tell him how Eminem is 100% a clone. Billy loves Eminem. He's his favorite rapper, and shit. He's literally could do like line for line, like so many of his songs. He does karaoke as Eminem.
Every single one. But anyways, fucking take the goddamn thing off the screen. Thank you, my boy. Your list was comprehensive and amazing. I need you to just appease my ego, and we're gonna take 2 off those lists. We're gonna ignore the fact that Eminem is one, and we're gonna ignore the fact that Dave Chappelle is one. Other than that, let's go ham.
I used to like Dave Chappelle. His recent stand-up was fucking garbage, though. I want you to explain why Eminem's a clone.
Yeah, I was like the first person on the internet talking about Eminem being a clone, and
I believe you. I just don't want to hear it.
I am just as disheartened as you are about it. But if you and nobody remembers this because back in like 2004, 2005, there was a broadcast on a local news channel that said that Eminem was announced dead upon arrival at a car accident scene.
I heard about
then
that.
There's also reports of him dying in 2008 of a drug overdose. Now, with both of those in mind, with the news thing happening, you never fucking hear of that pop up again. It was just fucking done. And then he comes out with the song I Need a Doctor with Dr. Dre. And in that song, in the video, it shows the sacrifice that was made of Dr. Dre. And it ultimately shows them in the facility that is behind both of you guys. And that whole thing.
I need a doctor. Yeah, and he's like laying on the thing and he's getting back his health and stuff. Yeah.
So they're showing you the cloning facility in that instance. And so they're actually hinting towards it. Then they say that Eminem goes to rehab, but then when he gets out of rehab, he comes back. His bone structure is different. His eyes change color. His earring holes close up. You never see him with a shirt on that would show his tattoos. He was even in a tattoo documentary of the tattoo artist. They made a documentary about the guy because he did all of the famous musicians back in that time. He did 50 Cent, he did Justin Timberlake. Anybody who was anybody back then got a tattoo from this guy. And so they're interviewing Eminem about the tattoos that this guy gives him, and he's wearing a fucking hoodie, and they're like, let us see the tattoos. And he makes a joke and says, well, I'd show you guys, but I had them removed, and trying to laugh about it. And either one, he was trying to pass it off as a joke, or B, pass it off as real. Either way, he did not show his arms. And if it was trying to be
tattoo
passed
of his
off,
daughter, why would he remove the tattoo of his daughter?
I was just about to say that. If it was in fact removed, that's the dumbest fucking thing. You would not get a tattoo of your daughter by the dopest fucking tattoo artist in Hollywood removed from your body. I have tattoos on me that I don't agree with, but I don't regret them, and I wouldn't get them taken off of me because it represents a point in time in my life. And there is
Let me guess,
no
did
way
you have you're not welcome? Just kidding.
No.
Actually,
just kidding.
You see how comprehensive that list was of how many people you got? Let's focus on someone else. I want to hear this.
No, they're in even
it makes me sad. I don't want to be sad. It makes me sad.
Too, is the white America thing, how he was like coming out and uniting people, right? And then all of a sudden it just seems like something happens to him and his style changed. I noticed that too, because I used to like older Eminem's like rhythm and his style, and now it's like bibbity bobbity skibbity, like it's like just this weird flow. It changed completely.
Yeah, he's just an AI rapper now. They just put an Eminem voice box, and he's like, to rap like a robot must be in my genes. And it's like, oh, you're telling us. And then there's his newest album that he came out with. There's a promo for that, and all it is a guy tied up in like what looks to be a basement, and it just zooms past the guy to the TV, and the TV's just fucking fuzzy. But that's not what you pick up in this. What you pick up in this is what is being repeatedly said over and over. And what is being repeatedly said is, let it be known I have been cloned. Let it be known I am a clone. Let it be known I've been cloned. And it just keeps repeating.
They're
and
telling
he makes
you out in the
mention
open, Billy, he's a clone.
He makes mentions of it all the time. Like, why would 50 Cent be like such a hardcore fucking Trumper and not like his homie? Like, and he comes out and he's like, if you voted for Trump, I don't want you listening to music. And it's like, okay, hypocrite. Yeah. Isn't that like the same exact thing that you made fun of what's her name for? Is like, I bought a Lauryn Hill tape so her kids could starve because she said that she would rather her kids starve before white people listen to her music. And so then he fucking makes fun of her for that, and now he's fucking doing the same thing. And we all hear stories.
He made songs about raping his own mom. Let's be real.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, boys.
He's a clone. Admit it. Admit he's a clone.
I don't want.
I'm right there with you, man. I love the original Eminem. The original Eminem was dope as fuck, and if they would have let him
fucking got me through a lot of shit. Even music to be murdered by is some of the most lyrical shit I've ever seen in my life. If it's AI,
Billy.
That's why it's the most lyrical shit I've ever seen in my life. But this is the one I'd like to live in my fantasy about. Okay, boys.
Well, you have the organic version now, and his name is Chris Webby. So go download all of his shit.
No, I love Chris. Chris Webby's dope too. But
he is what Eminem would have been.
I know,
yeah,
but
I agree.
Eminem's my boy.
Because Eminem probably would have went hard in the paint about a lot of the stuff that is going on in the world.
Probably.
I know we're limited on time, so I just want to bring up The Island Boys.
Epstein is? Yes. How do you know about him? Because he's your dad. You showed me a picture. Yo, watch your mouth. Epstein is? Yes. How do you know about him? Because he's your dad. You showed me a picture. Yo, watch your mouth.
Hi, G. Lane Maxwell. Jeffrey wants to thank you for all your help on the island. Please keep it quiet. Jeff is still getting massages up there. Heavenly. Jeff wants you to know that he's hanging in there. Jeff is an island boy. Oh, Jeff is an island boy. Oh, Jeff is up there in the island. I'm just letting you know he's getting massages right now. He's chilling. He's really still vibing. Yeah.
I had that last part just for you, Billy.
We didn't have to add that.
I did it on purpose because I was like, I'm gonna add this in just so Billy could fucking watch these fags make out.
I've already seen it. I've been hardcore into this Epstein shit,
dude. So like, just to end it on this, because like, if you gotta go, I got like maybe 2 more clips to show, and then we can bring it to a close. But there's weird ties to obviously Epstein, the Zora Ranch, and some of that stuff. But then you think the Island Boys, that like Island Boys, they came out of nowhere. Nobody knows where they came from. They're like, even on those live streams that we just showed, they're like talking about like, thank you, G Lane or whatever. Jeffrey's hanging in there, whatever. And if they're real at all, it's hard to tell what's real anymore. But people supposedly screen recorded this stuff. And then like, there's those photos of those boys on the island that look just like the Island Boys. And then they come out as the Island Boys.
Pairing them from when they were younger to now, like they're Jeffrey's kids.
So from what I was told when I had a guest on my show and I played that video, and they told me that it was one of those things where people pay so that you read the comment. And so I think they were set up to read that and didn't know what they were saying. But I also
set up to read the dad thing, you mean?
No, set up to do that dad thing. I don't know. Is that them leaning into the conspiracy, or is it legit? So I'm not fully sold on that one.
Which one were you saying
could be legit.
Set up for though?
Oh, for when he said, "We just want you to know that Jeffrey is doing good. He is hanging in there. He's getting massages right
in there." Yeah.
You can actually tell that they're reading something. So, but yeah, it's like a Rumble rant, and somebody was fucking paid. They were reading it. So that could be, I don't know. I'm like you, even though I dive down every single rabbit hole and I'm like pretty sold on most of them. I always go in with a skeptical mind, and they have to prove me right. They have to prove me wrong.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I don't know what is real and not real. Is real. I'll just play these last 2 clips. This is just one of here. I'll play this one first.
I'm back.
Now, human cloning raises deep ethical concerns. There is virtually unanimous consensus in the scientific and medical communities that attempting to use known cloning techniques to actually create a human being is untested, unsafe, and morally unacceptable. 2 days ago, the Senate voted to take the time necessary to carefully craft a bill that will ban the cloning of human beings while preserving our ability to use cloning technology for morally acceptable and medically important purposes. Already, you have given us the scientific foundation for this debate. I thank you for that, and I urge you to continue to play an important role as the Senate and then the House considers this.
Bill Clinton literally talking about how like they need to make sure that cloning doesn't get out of control, and that's like he's obviously connected to some dark shit. And like there's that video of him where he's getting his makeup done and he's just like stone faced, and people obviously point to like he's like under hypnosis or mind control like a Manchurian Candidate, or is he a clone himself? You know,
he did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah, who knows?
I know that's next.
He just said that for ethical reasons, and then 5 minutes later, Hillary brought him his new clone.
Yeah, and then he fucked it. Got it to give him a blowjob. So I'll just play this last one. We could bring it to an end.
course, celebrating over it and touting about how great it is. But of course, there's the other angle of this participation rate. Explain that to us and why we need to look at that.
Absolutely. Well, we're in a very good position to talk about what's going on in the job market. We work with a lot of Fortune 1000 organizations, and we get a good pulse on what's ramping and areas of growth. We also work with quite a few staffing firms, and they're kind of the first ones to experience that growth. We're seeing tremendous.
That shit is fucking weird, man. like your eyes just like bulged out. And it reminds me there's so many of these where people are glitching out. Like there's that one of Eminem, and he's like during that football match, and he's just like glitching out, and they don't know what's wrong with him. That shit is fucking weird.
Yeah,
man.
he's at a Michigan game, and then that could also be an MK Ultra tactic as well. Also, I will say that I've watched that video probably 100 times trying to break it down, and I think that was the original Eminem, and he was a jokester, and I could see him just doing that to fuck with the announcers.
Yeah, that
Fair
could
enough.
be. So it was like she's just high on cocaine. Maybe she has thyroid issues. It's like that shit is crazy. Her eyes just like bugging out, and it's just weird. You see this often and stuff like that. Yeah, I definitely want to do something.
Perry one is weird.
Oh, when she's like touching her eye and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it just like is malfunctioning the entire time. She's like, "Fucking work."
What do you think of that shit? Because that's so. We played that actually on the reptilian episode because there is like just weird glitches. People could say it's shape shifting or like malfunctions of these. Do you think it's more? Because I lean more towards it's like an MK Ultra glitch or something.
Well, like I said before, there's clones, there's drones, and I think that that's more of a drone thing. So like the reptilians and shapeshifters tie into these cloning facilities heavily. And Donald Marshall talks about them being run by the Vril Society, who ultimately is the people that created the secret society, or not people, but the Vril is the ones that created all the secret societies that our masters are masters of.
Yeah, we people really find that interesting. We did it's when the mics were messing up and I was louder than Aaron and stuff like that. People were asking about it, but like we did the Vril Society and people wanted more of that stuff. People are interested by it, so we'll do like the Black Sun. I was gonna say earlier, like when you're doing like the gene, the designer babies, I just make my baby look like Hitler. It's just to fuck with people. What do you think of the new Epstein, the Florida? What is it, Palm Beach Epstein or some shit? Do you think that's?
Yeah, I like that one.
Do you think that's Epstein, or do you think that's his clone?
So Palm Beach Pete, my co-host on Trinity of Truth, one of my co-hosts, Tom Zames, is friends with one of the girls that filmed him in his convertible. There's a guy that broke down a video where the teeth are very similar between him and Jeffrey Epstein, to where's to the point where it just looks like Epstein quit wearing a retainer, and it could definitely be this guy. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence.
Dude. It's strange. So if you got like 5 more minutes, Billy ends the show with a fun fact of the day. So here we go.
It's time for Billy's Fun Fact of the Day!
So for all the fans that didn't know, Billy used to scream that on every episode when we were drunk in my basement. And that's how my wife would know that the show was coming to an end, because she would hear him scream that. And then eventually he's like, can I just record this? And I was like, fine. We did it in his basement. And I was like, do a good one. And he just screamed his head off. So fun. What's your fun fact?
I got 2. One, I'll build it up. One is, the second one's crazier than the first one. Do you know peanuts can be used like to make dynamite?
I didn't.
That's
know
pretty
that.
fucking cool.
Can you
Like
explain
peanut
why?
oil is processed in glycerol, which then is converted into nitroglycerin, the explosive ingredient in dynamite. So literally, like, you can just take a bunch of fucking peanuts, crush them to shit, and you can make dynamite. That one's
Nice.
interesting to me. But the more fucked up one is there is a man that ingested an entire airplane over the course of 2 years.
Is what's his name? I am actually we were gonna cover him at some point. That guy like.
Oh, did
eats
you know about
everything.
this one?
Yeah. He like this guy was able to eat.
I knew about that one too.
Ain't that some shit?
I'm more intrigued with the peanuts and dynamite because I'm cataloging ways. I'm cataloging ways to get out of the FEMA camps.
It's fair enough. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know about that. I'm surprised both of you did. Damn it.
Yeah, we'll do an episode on that guy. That guy's fucked.
Michael Latito.
Yeah, he can eat. The man that can eat anything.
A French entertainer, better known by his nickname, Monsieur Meganote. Monsieur Eats All in French. He's most famous for literally consuming an entire Cessna 150 light aircraft between 1978 and 1980. It took him 2 years, but he piece by piece ate the entire fucking thing.
I'm
Ain't
sure
that
he's
some
dead.
shit? Like every day, this guy's waking up. He's like, I'm gonna go have the wing today. Like, what?
So fucked.
That's insane. I wouldn't even want to do that. Like, even if I could, like, why?
He's just like, I'm gonna do it today. Today's the tire. I'm feeling tires today.
That's so fucked up. I really enjoyed this. This was fun. It's always like crazy with having a new guest on and having all three of us, because a lot of times I just do the guests on our own. But I think it's a little more fun, especially when Billy gets to meet some new faces in the podcast world.
I like it.
I only bring him out on special occasions and stuff. Just kidding. But this was fun. This was really interesting. Like, I definitely do other things. Like, I think next time all three of us could probably just do a show on different conspiracies or something, because there's an ability to just kind of rant on, and there's definitely different subjects. Like, I saw people talking in the chat about like Tupac releasing music after he's dead, which is the whole idea that he faked his death. Or yeah, we did an episode about Maria Orsic. If you guys are wondering, someone in the chat said that, so you can go check that out. But Catalyst, I want you to shout your stuff, tell people where to find you. I know you're running out of time, but we did have a lot of fun on this, and we'll definitely do this again.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Thank you for having me on. I'd love to get you guys on one of my shows too. So I am the host of White Rabbit Podcast. That is my main show, and you can find that on Rumble and everywhere that you're able to listen to podcasts. And I also am on a show with Tom Zames and Divinely Sierra, and that is on YouTube every Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we break down videos. So whatever videos are going crazy in the conspiracy realms for the week, we'll pull them in. And I try to bring in ones that that aren't always seen by everybody. So like the oh shit videos I try to bring in. And we have a caller, like a random caller on that one, a phone call. It's very fun. And that's every Wednesdays on YouTube. And then also on Rumble every Friday nights. Anthony Grafeo and I have Ungoverned Outlaws. Oh, with Connie the Extremist as well. And we bring
Is that
on...
Chitler? What's his name? Was his name Chitler or some shit like that? Connie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
we're trying to tone him down for our show.
I used to go on Reality Czars. He used to do the show, the Schizo News with the Reality Czars. I've met him a couple times. We watched Schindler's List together and made fun of it. So
yes, that adds up. That's accurate. That sounds accurate.
Nate literally had to take down those episodes, just so everybody knows. Like, he had to scrub the internet of the Schizo News stuff because they were so fucking wild, man.
I was on a few, yeah.
That's funny.
The first one, I was like, oh my God, are they saying this? Like, is this really being said? We're live right now. Do they know we're live?
I know. That's what I said, man. They're just like, they were on the N-word like it's nothing. And I was like, you guys are fucking retarded. Like, I love Nate. And Connie's cool as shit, too. And like, Jules would come on, and Jules would just be like baked out of his mind and drunk. And it was a fun time. But like, some of the things, I'm like, yeah, no wonder Nate, it got like so crazy. Cause I'm like, yeah, like some of the shit, like I'd never seen Schindler's List, and I think I was on there for an hour and a half, and it's like a 3-hour movie, and I had to go. I was too late, and I'm like, you guys are fucking crazy to talk about making fun of Schindler's List. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, Nate ultimately lost his job over that show. It's fucking crazy, like,
yeah.
And I wonder if Reality Czars might be a lot bigger if that didn't like weigh them down a little bit. But I
just talked with Nate, and he's like, yeah, crazy, he lost his job over that shit.
Yeah, that sucks, man. But you can find Ungoverned Outlaws. That's with myself, Connie the Extremist, and Anthony Griffeo. Anthony's blowing the fuck up, man. He's everywhere. He's on like all the big shows right now. And we just had on somebody who grew up in Palestine and was talking about their family, like basically being wiped out over there, and some of the war stories and shit. And yeah, we had on freaking oh man, I'm gonna butcher his name. Justin Leslie, who was the Pfizer whistleblower who started working for Project Veritas.
Oh yeah, I'm aware. I would like to talk to that dude. That dude's pretty interesting. That whole story is crazy. He's the one that exposed like what's his name? O'Keefe. Yeah. Yeah. You should send him my way. I'd like to talk with that dude. That shit's fucking interesting.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'll send him your way. So I'd love to get you guys on one of my shows. I haven't yet to do a Tupac breakdown on my show. So if you guys have your notes all ready to go on that, we should do that on White
I
Rabbit
actually do on my MacBook. Actually, like I've been sitting on this fucking episode forever. It breaks down a lot of his life too. I'll maybe make it a little shorter because it's like it was gonna be like a fucking 2.5 hour show probably of just me and Billy. So I'll make it shorter because I was gonna go into his whole life and stuff like that too. But if you want to do something like similar to that, we can do that. I like the Franks is called shit. Billy, I can tell him to look up stuff and he'll look it up. So he's getting down the Epstein rabbit hole. So
I'm his gopher.
Hell yeah, dude. That's dope. I have to do everything myself. So that's awesome. Oh, actually, I quit doing everything myself. I just have on experts now so that I just have to take their word for it when they're on my show.
Oh no, I do absolutely everything. Billy does nothing but show up. I literally set everything up. My buddy from Ireland, Aaron, at least he would do research. Sometimes we'll go live and Billy will show up and he'd be like, "What are we talking about?" I'm like, reptilians, Ted Bundy, and then he'll be like, "Okay," and he just comes in. We call it we call it what's the word? I can't remember what we use. Like what's that word?
What do you call me?
Yeah, well, we say going in blind because he's essentially just almost every episode he just comes in and he sits and he's like, "Okay, what are we talking about today?" And I'm like, Hitler riding a dinosaur, and he's like, "Okay," you know what I mean? It's like,
let's do it.
That's the best way to go in.
That's the best way to go. It's fun for me. I love it.
Yeah, you're getting organic innocence out of it. Yeah, perfect.
So, awesome. Yeah, definitely go check out Catalyst's show, the White Rabbit podcast. I'd love to come on with you guys. Like, if Billy's available, we'll both try to come on for a show. But even if you want, I'm pretty controversial. I have some crazy takes on stuff. So if Billy could vouch for that. So I can come on my own sometime, or all three of us can do something, or I can come on with Billy, and we'll figure it out. Because if you want us to jump on, we can figure out different dates, and maybe I'll jump on, do some controversial stuff, and then Billy can jump on, add some humor to it. But yeah, for sure. This is how us podcasters need to connect. You know, we're all connected through this kind of game and of trying to spread the truth and, you know, and have a mutual friendship in this world. Cause that's how, you know, I met Nate and then Juan and was the original and all that stuff, right? This Jules, all these people, we're all kind of connected. But yeah, for all you guys on Strange side, definitely go like, comment, share this episode, get it out there. You know, you can buy merch, all that good stuff. Go to www.strangerpodcast.com. Obviously, you can send us emails. People still do that. They'll just send me emails about stuff they think about the episodes. But yeah, people all that good stuff. And check out the Patreon. I'm going to be adding some new content. There's early releases. There's not too many people over there, but that's the best way to support us because we make like no money off the merch. And for all the people out there, I do not pick the ads. Okay, they're just auto-generated, and so people were complaining about the ads. I'm like, no, I don't know where the fuck these ads are, where they come from. So yeah, no, but like, and I do ads at the beginning and the end of the show on the audio. I don't add them in because I could have you having an ad every 15 minutes. I'd make more money, but we make like no money off the ad. So I'm like, I'd rather people not sit through a whole show and it's just like every 15 minutes is an ad. But like, it's funny because that they're auto-generated. Well, I've listened to Jake Shields' show and they're like just going off about the JQ and stuff. And then the ads like, please help Israel. We're being bombed. And it's just like hilarious because it's like the total opposite. It's like, yeah, clearly Jake Shields does not pick his ads.
That's great.
You know? Yeah.
Well, hell
So,
yeah, guys. Thank you for having me on. It was fucking.
Thanks for
it was
coming. That was awesome.
amazing,
That was fun.
Had the time of my life.
Fuck yeah. Well, I'd love to get you guys on the White Rabbit, and then we're always looking for people to call in on the Trinity of Truth. We get a live call in, and it's actual phone call, and I run you through the Roadcaster, and so it's a lot of fun. So
That's
hopefully
sweet.
when you get
I'll appear and I'll be Hitler. Just kidding. I'll just Hitler. I was like, just show up and call. How you just start screaming at the phone? All right, let's bring the shoot in.
Call you a psyop right out the gate, but yeah.
Yeah, I would hope not. Some of the chats that Jake Shields works for the Jews. I don't think so. I actually like Jake Shields. I'm not going to shit on him. I think he's I enjoy his guests and stuff, and I think he's trying to push back. But who knows? Everyone could be fake. Everything could be fake and gay. You know.
Jake's not fake and gay. We have the same like life coach when we were growing up.
I like Jake Shields. Aaron met him. Our co-host in Ireland trains jiu-jitsu. Aaron's met Jake Shields. He showed me a picture. I was like, that's fucking cool, man. You like got it. He's got a picture with him and shit.
Did you meet him too?
Yeah, our football coach. Yeah, ended up being our mentors. So like our football coach was like his early wrestling coach, and then he ended up being my fucking drumming coach, and so he was like teaching us all kinds of things. And
you grew up in like the same town.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
That's
neat as
cool.
shit. That's cool.
Yeah,
as
we're
shit.
like from the same exact fucking place, like know the same people and everything. And actually,
cool.
in March, in April, you probably see me. Hopefully, well, at least my co-host is going to be on his show, but I'm hoping that both of us can get on there.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. I would love to just even bring. I don't know if he's. I know he's a busy guy, but I'd love to just talk with him. I like Jake Shields, right? It's one of the only. I'm too busy to keep up with podcasts, but it's one of the only shows that I actually keep up with because I just do enjoy his guests, and he is pretty neutral.
Does he work for the Jews?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he's trying to see all sides.
He does.
Yeah, I know. We already saw that comment. Yeah, this was fun. It's hard to always end these things, but everyone go support the show. We're gonna end the live stream. Share it, support, like, comment, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for joining, and stay strange, you fuckers.
Bye.
Oh, hell no!